we didn't decide to play until the second half. I just thought we were going through the motions, very much going through the motions first half. I think we had some guys that forgot the game started at 6 o'clock. You go from 18 offensive rebounds in the second half. We had 3 in the first half. Now, I know we made more shots the first half, but the mentality was a little better the second half. But a team that is having a good night, it was hard to get them out of rhythm. We couldn't get enough consecutive stops to get the game where we needed it to be, so give them credit. Their big three just had a great night. We normally don't do that, but we're just not in a good spot right now. We've got to, dig deep a little bit and kind of evaluate a few things and regroup and try to play better. But we're just not playing very well right now. We're not playing very smart at all. Not making a lot of mistakes that we normally don't make, but we'll go back, watch film, and figure it out.
What did you see in the defense that was just allowing them to?
Well, the big fella, once you start scoring inside like that, it opens up a whole lot of stuff. It's disappointing because we watched him for 48 hours for 2 full days and made the same move we watched for 2 full days. That's disappointing. That's not what we do. Same move, nothing new. Same deal. Give him credit. We couldn't stop it, and sometimes everybody can know your move as long as it's good enough. And we've watched that spin move 500 times in the last 2 days, and that just got them rolling. And the percentages weren't right. We were scoring the ball, but it just opened up a lot of stuff. And then we started turning our heads and making mistakes and over-helping to give up some threes. Every time we'd make a big play, it seemed like they made a big play, came back and make a three. But you got to deserve success, and we just didn't make enough plays to deserve the success that we need. We just didn't make enough plays. We didn't have, their 3 big guys really showed up and helped them win the game. Yeah, that's typical. They, anticipate a lot of fouls late. I thought 2 of them, I just thought were not fouls at all. We weren't trying to foul. We were trying to trap all sidelines and had the ball where we wanted it, but we still weren't. We shouldn't have been let. We should have had the guy in front of us first and foremost. He kept getting behind us. But yeah, that's I've always seen that, whether it's right or wrong or whatever. I don't know if Javon got fouled there late or not. I don't know. But yeah, we weren't trying to foul at that particular time. Twice when I thought that we did not foul, I thought they kind of just blew a quick whistle, but that can happen. That's part of it.
Aside from Javon, a couple people, they struggled offensively. What do you think is wrong with the offensive game? Is it the zone or?
No, well, we got guys that are supposed to be able to shoot it. So, we got some guys that, we just need to put the ball in the hole. And we've played against all zone. 8 conference games, probably only 1 game that, out of the 8, somebody hadn't played a zone. I mean, so we've been started the first 5 games, every game was zone. So, no, there's no excuses there. We know what we're running. We know where the ball needs to go. We got to rise up. You got to make shots. But yeah, we're just not playing. We're in a little bit of a rut. We got to get out of it.
Any comments on the contribution of Casey Pennington tonight?
Yeah, Casey's proud of his effort because it was, a lot of guys are playing not necessarily because they've earned it, just because that's who, we've just kind of expect certain things from certain guys, and Casey Hankton came in and earned minutes. So, he earned some minutes. So I was glad to see that, yeah.
Is Javon taking 26 shots tonight? Is that out of necessity or?
Yes,
Okay.
that's not a problem.
Any explanation for, I mean, that's a team that gets out-rebounded routinely, and you out-rebound teams, but the first half,
It's a mentality. I saw it. I was concerned about the carryover from last game, mentally. Saw it yesterday's practice. I talked about it in pregame show with Rammer and people. I didn't like where we were mentally the past 2 days, the energy level. I thought they played hard in practice, mostly, but we couldn't. We tried to do a few things motivational-wise and loosen things up a little bit and do some things, but I was afraid of a little layover from last game mentally, and I think that's part of it. I think that was part of it. We just couldn't push ourselves. We just didn't play to who we are and our identity in the first half at all. I mean, talk about missing shots. We're used to that. I mean, we can't get caught up into that. If we start worrying about that, then we're worrying about the wrong things. We need to worry about what we can control. The first half, we weren't controlling the things we can control. Defense was just, couldn't find anything that worked. Just tried everything. They play a little bit different. Their matchups are a little different for us. Even though they haven't won a lot of games, we were concerned their matchups are a little bit, how they get you spread out a little bit. And we had some concerns, but you got to make up for it. Every team's going to have things that you got to combat, but we just couldn't find an answer for the big guy inside. And once that started, floodgates seemed to open and everybody else fed off him.
Guys, what's the last week been like? I mean, you guys are 5-0, everything's rolling, and now 3 straight losses. By combined 8 points, I mean, 3.
Yeah, it's part of it. I was doing a radio interview today and I said, in leagues you can lose 3, 4 in a row. You can you can win 5, 6, 7, 8. That's part of league play. No question, disappointing loss, but got a lot of games left, and I'm not, I told our team, I'm not so concerned about record or losing as much as I am concerned about how we need to play. Let the rest of the stuff take care of itself. So we can't get too caught up into that. But we're just not playing very good basketball right now, and that can happen.
All right. What's the message to your team moving forward? What do you want to tell them? You got to go to practice tomorrow.
Well, they've got to commit themselves to, first of all, we've got to have that inner team leadership. This time, leadership is really tested within the team, and myself and everybody, leadership is tested. We've got to hold these young men accountable to respond the best we can. And then they need great internal leadership. Everybody's, from the time they get up in the morning to the time they go to bed, need to commit themselves to being the best person they can be, from classwork to practice to doing the extra. Winning is a mentality as much as it is a physicality. And right now we don't have the right mentality. And a lot of times the physical stuff comes from the mental stuff. And right now and I'm very disappointed, but I'm not upset because we've won a lot of games and we've shown we can do it. So it's not like we haven't proven that we can do it. So I'm not sitting here, just really, really mad or upset. I'm disappointed, but we know we can do it. I knew this. I knew when we were sitting here 5-0. I said it over and over again, and some of you have probably heard me that I'm very glad to be 5-0 because I didn't think we were playing very well. I did not think we were playing very well. Kept trying to tell our team that. The guys, I don't care who you play, I don't care what their record is. When you get to conference play, you can't look at a team and look at their record. As the conference play goes along, everything gets a little bit tougher. I don't care what your record is. You could be sitting there 14-0 and play against a team that's 1-12. They have a motivation to beat you because you're fit. I mean, it just gets harder and harder and harder, and you got to be mentally strong. You got to be mentally strong. You got to accept that challenge night in and night out. It takes a maturity. It takes a big time maturity level to handle this time of year. And if your habits aren't right, if you didn't work hard in the summer, if you just try to get by and practice, if you're an excuse maker, all that gets exposed fast. You'll get away with it, but it gets exposed. And, you know, we gotta buckle down. And as I told them, this is great. This is, you know, we've been humbled. Our back is against the wall. Now you get to really see what you're made of. You put all the other stuff aside. I told them all the other stuff everybody was saying about you, you never earned it. We didn't deserve it. All stuff preseason, I just told our team, you put all that stuff aside because you didn't earn any of that to begin with. Now from this point, you get to kind of buckle down. But we got a long way to go. We gotta get healthy. We gotta get everybody going. We're just a little bit in a lull. We got to get in the right frame of mind, get healthy, and get mentally ready to go first, and that will bring along the physical part of it. But I've been through this. This is not, you know, it happens, and you don't want it to happen. You do everything in your power not to let it happen, but this is part of life. It's part of sports. You know, there's a lot of really, 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 really good teams out there sitting 5-3 in the league right now. There's a lot of good ones. We wish we were sitting here 8-0 or 7-1 or whatever. But your whatever your record is, you can only worry about the next game. So that's where we're at.